Hey, it's Home Inspector Dan in Phoenix, Arizona. Gonna do an inspection in Chandler today. Just wanted to bring you with on the exterior and kind of show you a few things that I'm looking for and a few things that I found today. Let's go take a look. House is facing south. Get some exterior views. Got a termite applicator, termite pesticide applicator, I should say. Unvented eaves. So we're guessing that this attic is going to be sealed up pretty good. Ground, we got our main plumbing cleanouts. We got 2 of them. Should be a proper bullhorn. Checking the foundation wall, making sure there's no termites, major cracks. Checking the stucco, making sure of the same thing. This is a 3-year-old house, so we're looking for gaps around the windows. As the stucco dries after they apply it, it shrinks. The window frame doesn't, so we get these gaps. They just need to be filled in. Got a faux stone veneer. Make sure that we got proper weep screed underneath of it. Yep. Checking all the windows for, again, little cracks around the windows. It's very typical. Flat surfaces, making sure that there's no water ponding. Making sure that the seals are not blown in the windows. Got hooks up top for Christmas lights. Looks pretty clean up there though. Looking underneath the windowsills. Little cracks like that should be sealed up. Keep the water from getting behind there. Got one on this window too. Moving around to the south side. 2 different garage doors here. Got a single bay and a dual bay. This is the south elevation, so we're gonna get a lot of sun over there in the summertime. Grab a couple pictures of the driveway. A water meter out front. This is where the city is going to be able to tell how much water you're using. And always be careful, we got a black widow in there, so don't let them get stung. Now I'm just opening this up, taking a look at the meter, making sure it's not moving. I don't have anything moving in the house right now. As for pests, we've got black widow, got crickets. Not all I see. Usually got a gecko or 2 in the water box, but close that up. Well, that's going to go underground to your main water shutoff, which is right here. This valve right here. That's how you turn water off to the house. Looks like it's leaked a little bit in the past. For a irrigation system, backflow preventer. Make sure that there's no major leaks around that. This is going to go directly down into a couple irrigation manifolds. And this is a photo sensor for your front lights, so when it gets dark out they'll come on automatically. Taking a look at the electrical panel now. This was installed 3 years ago, so we're going to have arc fault protection built in. It's all the white test buttons. Because it's an occupied home, I can't trip them. The purple ones are going to be GFCI. So if any of these fault, I'm going to do the microwave because it's well, no, I'm not going to do that one. 200 amp service up on top. As you can see, no metallic plumbing, so PEX. Inside the electrical panel, we're looking for proper wiring, proper sized wires, improper sized wires, I should say, double taps, excess sheathing, any scorch marks, burn marks. Like I said, 200 amp service on this house, plenty big enough. Not really seeing any issues. Just dead front cover back on and we'll continue with the inspection. With some inspectors will pull one system at a time and focus on one system. I got a lot of house to look at, so I take a look at everything. I don't like retracing my steps if I don't have to. So power, tripped, reset. Alright, irrigation control panel. Grab a picture of that. Gas meter located here, bonding for that. Gas shutoff valve, your regulator. If you smell a little bit of gas every once in a while, it's not a big deal if it's warm out. If you keep smelling gas after 15 minutes, you should call the gas company. Self-closing gates. Got spring tension here. We got a pool in the backyard. You can adjust your tension by which hole you put that pin in. Want to make sure that it closes. Want to make sure that the other gate stays open. That's not self-closing, but it doesn't need to be. It's not a passage gate. Pilasters solid against the wall. Falling around to the back of the house now. Check the light fixtures, make sure they're secure to the wall. This is the entry door to the garage. Typically these don't have anything above them, so we get excessive wear and tear on the trim. Getting just a little bit of it. Just a little bit of separation from the temperature changes. Same thing from the front windows, just need to fill in the gaps, keep the water out. Grab a picture of the walkway. This is the vent for the tankless water heater. Looks like some of the paint is wearing out on it, but other than that, it looks fine. Checking the foundation as we go along. We like to see at least 2 inches of foundation, if not more. Still looking at the same thing with the windows. We can see some gaps. Need to fill those in. So we've got some dripping water. That's from your air conditioning system. We've got 2 air conditioners, one for each side of the house. It's normal for those to drip down here. Now if they start dripping up top, above these windows, if you look out the window and it starts dripping, you got a problem in your attic. It's connected to a condensate pan. If that pan starts getting water in it, water starts coming out that top PVC. So that's your indication that it needs to be serviced. Get somebody out there immediately before you have water damage to your ceiling. Starting in the backyard, grab some more pictures of the property. Vegetation cut back pretty good. A couple of these roses are getting a little close, but not bad. A little bit of stucco cracking. As we can tell from the grade back here, the grade is definitely flat. Doesn't have much of a slope either way. You get a pool next door, or right next to it. You have to watch this area, make sure it doesn't get wet. Pool with water. Backyard, take pictures of the patio. Got a couple stucco clad columns here. Always looking for better vantage points to get better pictures. This house had pretty good listing pictures, but my buyers always appreciate good looking house pictures. It gives them a better idea of what they're looking at or what they're buying. I could talk until I'm blue in the face to my clients, but sometimes just showing them a picture is enough to convey my point. Again, looking at the patio, looking at the floor, looking at the ceiling. Turn the lights on, make sure those are working. Checking around the columns. Those are a good spot for termites to find their way into the home. Light fixtures on the back of the house look secure. Keep walking around the house, looking for more issues with windows. The openable windows do have screens on them. Those are fixed windows, they don't. All electrical outlets on the outside of the home should be GFCI protected. So we just checked one somewhere in the house. We'll have to find it later. Make sure the doors look good. Get a lock up high so a kid can't unlock it to get access to the pool. There is an alarm system inside, so when the doors open, it lets you know which door is opening. That's a big bonus if you have kids. Alright, so now we're looking at the pool. Autofill. This is a backwash filter, just like, or backwash, prevent water from getting sucked from your pool back into the house. So we want to make sure this is up to date. This looks repaired or replaced not that long ago. It's usually a little bit of rust on older ones. So this one's got some age to it, or not very much age to it. PVC pipe here should always be covered. If we can read the label, it means it's not painted. We need this painted to prevent this pipe from getting really brittle. And then we've got a gas stub out here for a grill. I'm not going to take the cap off and test it for gas. Just going to assume that's working. More vegetation around the back of the home, but looks good. Always scanning this area in here looking for termites. Always. A little bit more of the window cracking. Now down the side of the home, this will be the west side. It's 4:15, so we're getting some of the afternoon sun. This wall is going to get really hot in the afternoon. There's no vegetation over here for shade. It'd probably be in their best interest to put up some type of shade tree on this side of the house.
carrier unit, and another carrier unit. We've got gas here, so I'm assuming that they're air conditioners and not heat pumps. I want to make sure that we've got insulation on the cold line going into the house. Keeps condensation down, keeps the cold in. We're going to take a look at the ID tags of both units, make sure we've got all the information there from the client. So I'm looking at the serial number 1219, 3-year-old house. 2019 is the year it was built. For a carrier unit, it's the 3rd and the 4th digits. And then for the size of the unit, we're looking for a number divisible by 12 in the model number, and 60 is our magic number right there. It's a big unit, 5-ton model, 5 by 12 is 60. That's what we're looking for. And then it's being cooled by R410A refrigerant. It's not R22, it's R410A. Those are some of the kind of basic things I look for. Other than, does it look good on the top? Is it rusty? Is it dirty? Dented? And this unit, 2019, magic number here is 30, so we've got a 2.5-ton unit. 2.5 by 12 is 30, and also 410A. Still looking at the windows, electrical outlet here for servicing the HVAC equipment. Power is off to that because I tripped the GFCI on the last one. So until I trip that GFCI back, we're not going to have any power. Making sure the windows don't have any fog in them. Got a pretty good grade away from the home. Got a little bit of a slant, and we're going to have a drain. All the water should land, terminate about 1 foot or 2 from the house, roll down into this swale, get out to the street. Everything drains to the street. Exterior looks good. Stucco's in good condition. A little bit of cracking around the windows. Foundation looks good. Patios, slabs, no issues there. Columns look good. No evidence of termites or conducive conditions. Electrical outlets are good. Take a look at the fence, make sure there's no issues with the fence. Got a pretty good look at them when we walked around before. Oh, we got some ants. Look at those guys. Got some ant issues.